Go. I am live. I hope. Good morning. Well, no, it's afternoon now. There we go. Oh, well, we gotta fix that. Welcome, welcome. I know this is last minute, but that is okay. That's what I do, right? Working with what I got. I don't know why I'm having all these technical difficulties, but hey, that's nothing new for me, right? Thank you for joining me. We're going to pull cards. We're going to answer some questions. We're going to gather. We're going to say hello. We're going to do what we do. All right. I got my favorites here. Universe, guides, angels. Thank you for this day and all that is in store for today. Something from out. Just waiting for folks to join me. It is a nice, beautifully warm day here in the beautiful land of Georgia. But for those that know me know that I love me some sunshine. So you will not hear me complaining about the sun that is shining today. Welcome to all that have joined. Welcome, welcome. Let's get a universal card for, I should say a collective card. Well, hey there, handsome. Oh, that would be inappropriate, wouldn't it? Hello, Jason. How are you? Would you like a card for your day? Is Carlito there? Say, hey, Carlito. Hi. Look at this. Elevated status. Well, hello, Arta. Hello, Olga. How is everybody today? I'm doing great. What are you saying? Hold on. This says elevated status. Black Moon, Lilith, and Capricorn. An elevated status. Did you deliver my message? Say, hey, Carlito. You are famous. Yes, you are. How is everybody? Thank you for joining. Yes, it's taken a few minutes, but now everybody is here. So he's occupied. Okay, well, let me get occupied with the show for today. Who would like a card for today? What questions do you have about what is going on? What is what? Abigail, how are you? What is what? Name where you are. List the city, country where you are. I love to see how many people around the world join. Yes, it's so exciting. I love the platforms that we have nowadays, YouTube and all these streaming services, because there was a day and time that we didn't know what was what about how everybody really thinks. You know, you got everybody now on a platform expressing their minds. It may seem like everybody's gone crazy, but it's the first time we are really hearing everybody at the same time. So, yes. All righty. I see we're having some retrograde issues, so ignore it, push through it, because we all are having to do that, to push through it. It is some energy of today. So let me pull another card for the energy. Maybe I need to switch decks, because I love this deck right here, of course. Wow. Adam, Dark Divine Father of Creation. This was the card that I just pulled. Adam Isn't that the beginning? Adam, like I've been talking about this energy. It's like, look at him. He's in the fields, he's working hard, he's got guidance around him. You can see the sun on his head, behind him rather, and then the halo that's above him. And like, does this not feel like what we are going through right now? Everybody's working hard and toiling and goal setting and creating a future for themselves, and it's hard work. And right here, Adam, he's like, he's alone, he's by himself. Who feels like that now, that they're by themselves in what we are doing? But you know, you have the universe right behind you. Look how great the sun is shining on him, how grand it is, and the halo that it's creating, that from the divinity that he is and that is within him. And that, to me, this is a lot of what we are. At least I know I am. It just feels like, you know, sometimes you're doing things and you feel like you're doing it all alone. Not saying that folks in my immediate circle aren't doing what, you know, because of course they are doing more than what the average person, I would like to think. I think I have a lovely circle around me. I am grateful. I am appreciative. Yes, but that Adam card really spoke of the energy that a lot of people are feeling. The people that I have been speaking with, how they're feeling, like, you know, those that are job hunting, those that are house hunting, those that are dealing with situations. Okay, you have a nice time at work. I will chit chat with you later. Those that are dealing with situations around them, it just seems like it's just at times more than what can be bared. But do know that you are strong. You are here through all the challenges that you have been through in life. At times when you thought you could not go on any further, et voila, you are still here. That just says how strong you are. And remember, on a soul level, you asked to be here. You asked to be a part of this great change in time, because we are going to, I always use the terms higher vibrations. Well, you can use another word and say higher consciousness. We are raising our consciousness to a higher level. It's really comforting me to hear, you know, the world's not ending. We are changing consciousness. That means people all around the world are going to begin, or not just going to begin, are thinking differently. A lot of people are waking up to a higher consciousness. And, you know, what does that entail? What does a life of higher consciousness entail? It's being kind, it's being compassionate, it's being empathetic to others, it's sharing love, it's sharing the light that you are, it's being as one. When you realize you are as one, you will then act as one. Those that do not know that they are not one, they act separately, and they act in divisive ways. So when you realize and come to the acceptance that we are all as one here on this planet, and we are doing this together. So gifts are waking up. I've always said, hey, Miss Lisa, it's nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. I know I've been MIA, but I'm here now, and that's what matters, right? So, and I'm grateful for you coming onto the channel to support the channel and to hear me chit chat about what I feel is happening. Because remember, this is all for entertainment purposes only. We are going to a higher vibration, a higher consciousness. And that means different ways of acting. Like I spoke of, gifts waking up, being empathic, telepathy. That's a big one. I watched the telepathy tapes, and yes, those have been around for about, I guess, a year now. I've been meaning to get to it, but it was, yes, I'm glad we are all on the same page here. I have always said with autistic people, I always felt that they were evolution. They were the change. And now we're hearing of autistic people, like, it just did my heart good when I listened to the telepathy tape, because here they've been so demeaned, like at a lower status, but yet they have been beyond what we can ever comprehend. And I'm talking about the ones that were nonverbal. They may be nonverbal just in our speech and of what we can understand and comprehend, but on a higher spiritual conscious level, they have been operating and communicating, and they are the way showers. They are the beginning. They are what we will see as the norm. It's a higher consciousness that is being raised, in my opinion. And this isn't towards anybody in their religious beliefs. I grew up with Christianity. I'm no longer religious. For me, it's spiritual. It's listening to your divine guidance that is you, that is within you, as to how you proceed in the world. And, through your kindness, through your love, through your compassion towards others, you grow. But through all of that, I personally believe that this higher consciousness that we are that we are raising ourselves to, is what biblically the Bible would speak of Christ returning, the rapture, it happening all at once, in the blink of an eye. All these things that within the Bible that they speak about Christ returning. I don't believe it's a physical person, being, entity that will return in that manner, as we are all as one, being collectively connected as one, and as we are raising our Christ consciousness at higher consciousness. That is where we are heading. And like I was saying before, I am grateful and knowing that, for me, seeing the way that I see, it's not that the world is ending, it's just changing. It's changing form. Energy never dies in the first place, it just changed forms. And now we are absolutely, and the sun is helping us. I love the sun. I was out in the sun for a good 20 minutes doing a meditation before I came on. If I could have stayed out there and just turned on the camera, I would have, but you guys would have been disturbed by the planes that fly above head. So I said, okay, I'll suck it up. I will go inside, and then afterwards I can go back outside and play in the sun again. I love the sun. Without the sun, where would we be? I know I'd be cold. So, with all of that being said, yes, we are heading to our higher consciousness. And if I don't know if you saw the card that I pulled earlier, unseen, it was the card Adam. I don't know if I can quickly find it again, but literally, no, that's the sun. And I don't think I've ever pulled that card before, Adam. Here it is. I pulled it as a collective. Yes, with the halo, Adam with the halo. So you did get to see it. This is where we are. Yes, it may seem like you are alone, but you are not. The universe has your back. Always, always, in every area. And a lot of times with the universe having your back, it'll come in such the smallest way. I was talking to somebody and they were like feeling really, really frustrated behind their financial situation. And they had an expense that was due. And they were very frustrated because they didn't know how they were going to come about it. Came about the money, and it was literally right. They made a little bit more, but right the amount that they needed. A little bit more, something that was left over. And it was a big amount. And instead of feeling frustrated about it, I had to say, hey, that was the universe saying, I always have your back. I always have your back. Remember, it can come in the smallest of ways and it can come in the grandest of ways. However, synchronicity, that's right. When we listen to the universe, because the universe speaks to us all the time. All the time. It's just a matter of us listening. And it can speak to you in the form of a bug. It can speak to you in a form of a coincidence of you keep seeing maybe that same let's say it's the same car, or you come across, you keep hearing the same word, or I keep hearing that song, whatever it is. If you take the time to back up, listen, okay, what is this supposed to mean? Maybe look it up in the dream interpretation. What is the dream interpretation? I've spoken of it before. Like one time I got out the car, I was going to the supermarket, and I parked, and I got out the car, and there was a toothbrush laying on the ground. Okay, that's not normal. So what did I do? I looked up, what is the dream definition of a toothbrush? Universe talks to us all the time. It's just a matter of you listening, getting quiet and listening, taking the time. You do yourself the best. And let anybody on here that wants a card, just let me know. Because I can just rattle, chit chat. Look, it's better than listening and trying to be gathered by. I wish I could share a sunset from the last week. It had 3 rays were muted like a rainbow. Oh, beautiful. You would like a card. Forces unseen. Universe, guides, loved ones. A card for you. Forces unseen in the most benevolent way. Thank you for the message. Right from the middle here, we have, you know what? This is a message releasing that perfectionism, trying to control the situation. Allow the universe to have the reins. It's okay to say, you know what, universe? I think you know things better than I do. Release the perfection and trust what it is that the universe has for you. I had this come up for me, and I literally had that day. Was it that day or the day before? Anyway, I was trying to do things, and things didn't come out in the way that I wanted them to, but they came out, and I heard, stop trying to control how the day goes. Okay, I will give a card for Miss Lisa. I hope that resonated with you, Forces Unseen. Yes, it's release it. Stop trying to control the day. That's what I heard. Stop trying to control the day. Literally, that day for me turned out in every way that it needed to, energy wise and everything. So yeah, thank you for that message, universe. Thank you. All right, universe, guides, loved ones. We have a message for Miss Lisa in the most benevolent way. Thank you. Okay, one more time then. Here we go. Ooh, you got Queen Jezebel, magnetic royal witch, powerful, misunderstood. You know this history of her. She's a great one. This is that divine feminine rising right here. That's what that is. And a lot of people don't like that, but it's coming through anyway, regardless. I hope that resonated with you. Trust your instincts in the things that you're doing, Miss Lisa. Trust your instincts. Yes, the divinity within you is rising. There may be many around you that may not understand you, but that's okay. That is okay. For us as way showers in the first place, a lot of people don't understand the guidance that, or who you are, and the ideas and the thought processes that have that you go through. But it is you in divinity, walk in perfection in what it is that you need to do. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. They don't understand it, but listen to the divinity that is within you. I hope that resonated with you. I know I went on with that one, but geez. Jezebel, her real name, Jeruzabel. Look, even got a twist to that name. Yes. Listen, and please, everyone, it is so important to listen to what you are guided to, because everything upon that is happening out there is nothing but a freaking distraction. Hands down. Remember. And this one, when it clicked to me the other day, I was like, woohoo. When I talk about how during the pandemic time, all that era, that couple years, 2020 to 2020, yeah, just then there is all a dry run. And even though I've been saying that, and even though I've been excited about the stock market because I did good at that time, it did not click to me that crypto did good. That's when I had my spider web vision. It was during that time. So I say hold on, because everything being a dry run, and from what I saw, and then that was my first, do I know of, open vision. It was incredible. For those of you who don't have not heard my spider web vision, I was sitting outside on the steps, and I asked the question to the universe as to what Shiba Inu, crypto, my finances. I was asking that question to show me what did it look like. So I was sitting on the steps, and I was looking down at my pergola, and I saw, at the ramp part, and I saw a white line, which looked like a spider web to me. And I'm literally thinking, it's a spider web. And then I watched, and I felt watch it, and I watched it rise, and it stayed straight. So never did it dawn on me, oh, a spider web would not just perfectly stay straight, but it was white and that iridescent whatever, and it was rising, and it rose all the way up, and it rose to the almost to the top of the trees, and then it began to float my way. And then it was gradually going down. And at one point I was like thinking, am I tripping? Because I'm seeing this spider web float, and I was wearing sunglasses, and I tilted it down thinking maybe it was a reflection that I was seeing. And I tilted it down, and I looked, and I was like, no. And I put it back up, and I kept watching it. And so it floated, and it got to where the rain gutter is of the house. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking up at it, and it's still skinny white. And then that skinny white turned skinny green, like the same color of green that be on the stock market indicators. It turned skinny green, and then it turned green but fat, and it was like that thick, like an inch long. And I was sitting in there, and I was looking at it, and then it just said shh, and it took off like warp speed, and I was like, whoa, what was that? And that was my first time having an open vision. But my point is, my question was, what's getting ready to happen? So that happened at that time. So I would like to say, fingers crossed, pay attention to the market in every area. I think in the background with crypto, they're doing stuff, changing stuff, setting things up. They're uniting. They're doing things in silence. Somebody had told me, I didn't read the article myself, but somebody had told me that the UAE, and I don't recall the other country, but they signed an agreement with Shiba Inu, with Shibarium, and with XRP. It's like these countries are doing things in the background. So opportunity, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes. I am not your financial advisor. I am just on here, somebody just talking about who am I, just chit-chatting, right? Sharon, make up your own mind. You, every single day when you wake up, you make up your mind, and you decide what you are going to do with your day, not me for you. So, disclaimer said. So anyway, for those of you who are in the market, keep that open. Those of you who are in the market, there's a ETF, excuse me, ETF, and it's called ULTY. Well, I call it ULTY, ULTY. It's in the $6 range right now. It pays every week. It's dividend, and on average, it's paying 9 cents a share. So those of you who, not financial advice, but if you're looking for, there are weekly entities. There's like 20 of them now. Weekly entities that pay dividends, and that's a residual income. It's a way of saving your money, letting your money work for you. I like to tell it like this. When you paid, let's say, your car insurance, your phone bill, maybe you went to the grocery store, whatever, you paid whatever monies, and it went out, it paid for that service, but you never saw that money again. But how would you like it if you went out and you purchased something, and then just simply because you purchased it, every week it's going to kick you out some change, kick you out some money, give you a dividend, okay? Think Change that thinking process. We are at the time right now, and I'll say this too. We are at the time to where monies will be changing hands. A lot of people talk about it as far as being the righteous and, the chosen ones, blah, 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 blah. We are at the time of monies and positions and lifestyles and people, it changing. So this is your opportunity. Change your mind thinking. Step into the opportunity of residual income, changing your finances, and going with this opportunity of this astrological alignment of everything changing. Ride this wave. Know that you can. Know that you can do it with your guidance, with your support from the universe. Remember, the universe has your back. Synchronicity, everything, the universe is there and never, ever, ever has dropped you off on the side of the road and said, walk from here. So I'm just saying. So anybody else on here would like a card? Before I go ahead and head back outside, got some, the garden is a freaking harvest. My marigolds, I need to just take a video and show you. My marigolds are a bush, and they got tangerines on it. It looks like a tangerine bush on my garden bed. The harvest outside is amazing. Literally, from the blueberries, I got around 4 of the pints. 4 pints of blueberries this year. Very, very bountiful. Yeah, and it's just the beginning, right? Yeah, so, well, if nobody else wants another card, I'm going to do a card for the collective for the day, for the rest of this day. Universe, guides, loved ones. I ask for a collective card for everybody for today, for the rest of today. Ooh, Divine Loyal Goddess, Mary Magdalene. Look at that. Look at that. There's another sun behind that. Start like with the Adam. Got the sun behind, and look at her place her crown upon her head. She said, "What? What? Divine, divinity that you are. That royal, not royal, excuse me. The divinity that is rising, divine feminine energy. It is alive right now. It is alive. I don't want to get into the world part today, so I'm just save that for some other stuff that's been coming to me. But right now, that's the only message that is coming to me is on the financial end. So I would suggest thinking about it. Anybody, if you want to put it in the comment that, if you want me to, if you have a question about any of other entities, crypto, stocks, or whatever, put it down in the comments. Thank you for pushing the thumbs up. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for those that have subscribed. I send the invitation out to those that have not subscribed. Go ahead and do it. You'll love it. It's fun around here. So until the next time, let's all say it together, okay? I am love. I am light. I am all that I am. And so are you. So until the next time, have the most benevolent day. Thank you for joining.